Elon Musk's Department of Government Efficiency has uncovered millions of dollars in fraudulent, pointless research. Wouldn't it be a shame if a tired scientist were to fact-check them? As you can see in this tweet, in 2024, the US government spent $7 million on projects studying magic. DOGE hopes you don't look any further than that tweet, lest you realize that 90% of that $7 million was actually spent on a science museum for children. It was called the Magic City Discovery Center because it's in a city called Minot, North Dakota that's nicknamed Magic City. It had nothing to do with casting spells. The other 10% included an educational podcast as well as projects for several other museums. Oops, science museum funding for children doesn't make for as good of a story as spending millions of dollars on magic. However, Elon Musk has never been one to let the facts get in the way of a compelling narrative. DOGE's takes on research are so shallow you could wade through them without getting your socks wet. They probably would have called Galileo a grifter for spending time staring at the sky. What I need you to understand is that if understanding research was like doing laps in a swimming pool, these guys would be doing cannonballs headfirst into the shallow end. Well, fine, tired scientist, but what about other pointless government research, like spending $1 million to see if cocaine makes Japanese quails more sexually promiscuous, as commenters have brought up in some of my prior posts? That's got to be fraudulent and wasteful, right? Wrong. Again, if you take a look at the actual research paper, it explains how they used quail as a model for something called state-dependent learning. They were actually trying to better understand how drug use impacts high-risk sexual behavior in humans. But if you leave it at $1 million to give cocaine to quails, that sounds like the absurd science buffoons are at it again. Anytime you see someone scoring this type of win against what seems to be ridiculous research, like giving alcohol to rats, or making mice feel lonely, or like teaching pigeons to gamble or something, I guarantee you that if you were to actually read the paper or the grant proposal, you would quickly learn why it's actually relevant to human health. I could probably debunk 50 of these types of claims in a row, but I don't have time for that. In fact, I barely have time for this, as you can kind of see down here. This is the part of the video where you hit the follow button, and I'll see you next time.